evening.
God, Jesus Christ.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another smooth opening of the Jimmy Palumbo Show with my crack producer, Dave Sturgio. This is the Jimmy Palumbo Show. This is going to be a fun show. It is show number 186 here at Shea. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another fine Jimmy Palumbo Show here on a Tuesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, this is show number 186. And behind the glass, your friend and mine, Mr. Perky now, because the Cowboys beat a shitty team, Dave Sturgio. What's up, Dave? How are we doing?
One day you'll give my team credit, but I got a little something to say to you, and that is nothing other than...
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, that was just a bad that was a bad NFL game. Two teams that are going nowhere. I thought anyway. But Cowboys get the win. God bless America. And of course, show number 186, which means the 86 Giants. I think one of the best teams of all time. Of course, you got Lionel Manuel, number 86, Johnny Perkins. That's for Venditti. He just drove off the road. Of course, for Dave Sturgio's dad, Butch Johnson of the Dallas Cowboys, Dan Campbell of the Dallas Cowboys, and of course, for all you Jet fans out there, you guys stink, Verlin Biggs from the 69 Jets defensive
You hear
end
about the breaking news today?
Who did they get? Devontae Adams?
No, Robert Saleh was fired.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I'm live on the show doing my prep work. Yeah. I didn't hear that. Well, that's good because well, let me tell you, we're going to get to that in a second. Let me just get through this fucking show. And Jimmy is aggravated. You know why I'm aggravated? Because Deej is on our show. That's why.
Oh, my God.
Michael Deej is coming on our show in a minute, which aggravates me. No, I love my boy Deej. I know he's laughing off camera right now. Anyway, so show number 186. And, of course, how can I start a show not knowing the Jet Coast guy? By the way, horrific job by you, just saying.
Why is that a horrific job on me?
What you throw that at me live? A little
check the fucking internet, man. I don't know what to tell you.
That's because your phone is up your ass over there. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, listen, somebody's got to be paying attention.
Just like you told me Daniel Jones isn't starting yet a couple of weeks ago.
Well, yeah.
All right.
But this is actually official. This is coming from Adam Schefter. Just so
now when Schefter reports that the Cowboys suck, you're like, never believe him. And then they play the Steelers and one of the
Cowboys working out former wide receiver Denzel Mims of the New York Jets today. So that should be fun. Bargain basement.
Now you're starting to get the joke. 15 years from now, you're going to say Denzel Mims, and that's funny to you. It'll be funny to me too.
The problem is I'm dead serious too. Like,
I know, of course you are. That's a shitty pickup. Any receiver that gets picked up now is not on a roster stinks. You know that.
Yeah, you know it's funny. He in the preseason with the Carolina Panthers, so he was probably interviewed by your
Oscar Madison right there, yeah. No doubt about it. All right, so my card of the day, my baseball card, I grabbed from the card. This one is actually a shitty one because he's actually too popular. I think he is your friend and mine. You remember this guy, Frank Viola. He pitched. You don't remember Frank Viola? Oh, you're so young. It's embarrassing. It's his 1989 card. He's a Long Island guy, 15 years in the Bigs 176 and 150, ERA of 3.73, which means he would start on every major league team. He started 420 games. He played with the Twins, the Mets, Boston, Cincy, and Toronto. Now, in 1988, he was 24-7 with the Twins with a 2.64 ERA. 1990 with the Mets, he was 20-12 with a 2.6 ERA. 1987, MVP of the World Series. Everybody talks about Captain Jeter. But this guy pitched 3 games, went 3-0, 2-1, in the series, and pitched very, very well, except for game 2, he got shelled. And he also won the Cy Young in 88, a very good pitcher, very New York guy, Long Island, like Hempstead, one of those pure Long Island guys, big Islander fan and shit. He's been coaching all these like AAA, AA teams, independent leagues. He made enough money where you didn't have to do shit. He coaches this, that, and his daughter, Brittany, was a diver on the Olympics. So he's coaching now That's what you find out. The diver on the
Who gives a shit? That's so
the
funny.
best. I love Frank Viola does. Her name is
Frank
Brittany.
Viola. All right.
She sounds hot. Brittany Viola for a quick 3 after the time.
Oh God! If I Google her, she's gonna be a monster.
No, she's gonna be well. First of all, now 2012, she's probably 45 years old. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. So Frank Viola, who for Met fans, they love to hear that. That is my card. And Dave, who do you have?
Oh, come on. You know I don't have a card today.
You don't have a card because you're on the internet finding out about Denzel Mims and Robert Saleh got fired. Okay. Well, you know what? Listen, I'm going to jump right into that. God, the Jets stink. Let me tell you how bad I think the Jets are. You know what? I think right now, if Daniel Jones quarterback last week, Jets win that game by 20 points. This Rutgers looks, I don't know what people are watching. He's a statue back there. And in the NFL, if like Daniel Jones usually stinks, but at least he moves. I've seen Dak Prescott have like average games, but he moves to avoid 9 sacks, and they sack him 6 times. Rodgers is back there with a bad ankle, bad knee, a cocky jerk-off attitude, thinks he's above the head coach, and this is a disaster. They fired the head coach, and you know the Jet ownership had to ask Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
This is the first time. This is the first time in Woody Johnson's tenure.
He fired someone doing it.
Yeah, 25 years, I believe it's been.
Well, you know what? He's one thing I don't like about Saleh. He's always smiling on the sidelines.
I think it's a nervous tick.
It could be because
remember when Chapman gave up the home run and he was like smiling, and I was like, "What the fuck is he smiling about?" You know, like against the Astros. Maybe it's like a nervous, like, "Oh shit, I'm so fucked right now." You know what I mean? Like, this team is terrible.
Now you know why I don't smile at the top of my show.
Yeah, you don't smile ever.
So he got fired. That they deserve it. The Jets stink. Okay, so now Frank Viola's daughter, Brittany. No,
oh God.
Oh my God, I'm starting to hate my own show, which means it'll get better now. When the bitterness kicks in here at Shay. Well, of course, I've got my Patreon, and we are mired. We are officially mired. But if you go to patreon.com, Patreon, and select the Jimmy Palumbo Show, you can donate to the show. Support the show is really the right word. I want to thank all my sponsors. They're wonderful. But especially I'll give a shout out to Kevin Marzola, who he's up here in Mawa with me, big Giant fan. Mike Shecky Lawler, who Michael Deege knows very well. And, of course, Rob Pastor, Kappa Sig, and a Rutgers fan. I give a shout out to them. Thanks for everything. Thanks for your support. Love it. And to all my family members, which is like 41 members. And, of course, after you handle this lovely Patreon, there's only one thing that you got to do, Dave Sturgill. And what is that?
That probably chase some miracles.
Chasing miracles for a quick 3 off the timeout.
Bang!
Chasing.
Bang! Knicks take a 1-point lead.
Okay. You know what's great about this show, ladies and gentlemen?
I don't tell you anything.
Okay. Dave doesn't fill me in on a major news development. Okay. And also, Dave he's got a new gadget now, a new piece of equipment.
And this is all for you, Jimmy. I'm spending money on your fucking show.
Oh yeah, so, and you don't use that on your
fat ass.
Our show is now a technology whirlwind, and you're not going to use it for other shows. Your cowboy bullshit show. Anyway, I will. No, your shows are good actually. The ChasingMiracles.com. That's right, stem cell patches. You put them on your knee, your back, your gut. You put them all over the place. They give you all kinds of shit your body needs. They are, of course, stem cell patches, but they're not non-invasive. You know why they're non-invasive, Dave? Because if you do what?
Non-invasive means it's not like stabbing you, bro.
Okay, and then what happens if the government comes in with a little petri dish and says...
You will definitely be able to piss in a cup and pass a PED.
That's right. It's not like you're a young A-Rod or Bonds here, Shay. Serena Williams uses these. Dave Sturgio Phelps. Michael Phelps uses these.
What are you talking about today, man?
I don't know. You got me.
What is in the coffee?
You get. I wish it were booze. It's not.
It's a big week, man. It's a big week.
It's a big week, and that's all on that. So ChasingMiracles.com now. This stuff really works. Check it out. ChasingMiracles.com. Talk to Tommy and Donna. They got all kinds of cool stuff there. I think you really dig it. Now, we have a big week here. as Dave just said, I can't wait. I can't wait till like I'm off a week and Dave's going to host the Jimmy Palumbo Show. It'll be like when Johnny Carson steps aside. You got my atrocious button? Let me hear it. Atrocious. I love it. Dave's got a new toy for audio drops. Our show is now hitting an all new level, which I love. But we have a big week because on Friday, October 11th, in Atlantic Highlands, Dave, we are screening Beer League, the short game day, which led to Beer League, and of course, the world premiere of Beer League, the series, and the world premiere of your friend and mine, Dave Sturchio's film and television, what's the word? Debut, coming in here as Dave Destruction is the character, which is hysterical to me.
Know it.
And we have a big night. We got a lot of people coming so far, and a lot of people are trickling in tickets, last-minute sales here at Shea. And now I want to say, before we have our guest, we're going to be giving away some things. We're going to be giving away a koozie, a Beer League koozie. All these things are from years ago when the movie came out. We are also giving a not used Artie Lang's Beer League ping pong ball. Of course,
straight
you remember
from the snatch of the pitching machine.
Next, take a 1-point lead.
I assure you, they are not. Hang on. They are not from the snatch of the what the hell was her name again? Keisha. And also we're giving away a couple of refrigerator magnets or car magnets. We got these done.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely put that on my fridge. I'm sure my wife
that'll be
will.
great.
What are you doing?
We also giving away a couple of hats, unless this could fit Dave. Dave may steal one of these. A little Beer League hat. These are all the original ones from the marketing, and somehow I kept them in a bin all these years. I don't know why, but I did. And of course, I'm giving away one of these, this is the original. This hat, I should probably keep it for myself.
Why are you giving it away? First of all, you're wearing it, so I don't know if anyone's going to want to wear that.
I'm wearing it just for the show. I have one that I'm giving away. This is the original Beer League hat. I actually went to some girl in Rahway, New Jersey, and I told her about this thing, and she actually made this up. It looks okay. And it was like, I got it in green. Don't know why.
Is it green?
Don't know why. I think I told her to do it in blue. She did it in green. I was like, Oakland A's were good that year. So I went with this hat. So these are like, if you're a Beer League fan, you can't get this shit. And being that the show is this weekend, which is either going to be the beginning of Beer League or the end of Beer League here. Handoff right side. He doesn't have room. He's knocked out of bounds. That'll do it on a 4th and 3. But we decided to have a special guest on this show. And he is one of the one of the biggest actors in the world. He's your friend and mine. He played Alfonse in the movie. Welcome to the Jimmy Palumbo Show, Michael Deeg. What's up, Mike? How you doing?
What's going on?
Wait, hold on. I got that somewhere. Hold on. I got that somewhere. There we go.
Before we start, Dave, you have to play that fat ass thing again because I almost just shit myself.
That's Don LaGreca. He's one of my favorite guys on the air.
Cut his fat ass.
That means I can't do my show.
Oh my God, that is fucking great.
Now, Michael Deeg, as you well know, he wears the Italiano mitt in Beer League. He plays Alfonse. He's in shape. He also owns a Orange Theory Fitness, which we shot some of the pilot. Can't believe I'm wearing this shirt. Matter of fact, I wear this shirt playing pickleball, and people are like, "Really?" I always get that look like you don't go there, do you?
Jimmy, can you do me a favor and stop wearing that shirt?
And wait a minute. First of all, Deej, was that just the best assist in the world? That I just all you had to do is stick out your stick right on there quickly. Deej off a timeout. So Deej, what's going on, man? How we doing?
I'm doing great. Really looking forward to Friday. But a couple of things, dude. You're in a bad mood. And I'm not sure why. First of all, Rutgers is 4-1. Like, how could you be in a bad mood? Like, before the show, you were grumbling. Dave and I were laughing at you. Rutgers is 4-1. I love the Knicks squad. I hate losing DiVincenzo, but you got to like getting the big man. He's a presence. He's going to spread the floor. They're going to put up points. I'm telling you. And then you let Mitchell come in to play some defense. You're shaking your head. You're such an asshole. You really are such an asshole.
Well, Deej,
You've
first
been
of
waiting
all,
for the Knicks to make a move. They
Clearly,
finally make
clearly,
a move.
Deej
no,
was
no.
Show
Time
every
out.
week. This is every week, man.
Okay, now, I got to. Okay, first of all, Deej, everything we liked about the Knicks in the last 2 years, right?
Yeah.
They're all gone.
Well, you didn't love Randall. You didn't love Randall. You didn't love Randall.
No, he
25
didn't love
points.
Randall. All he did was complain when he got hurt. He was like, "Oh, Randall's out." Like, "Oh, okay."
Listen, he played. He had his
Deej.
moments in me, but he said, "What?"
I saw him play in high school at St. Joe's in Metuchen. You know what I said to my brother after the first quarter? Which one's Carl Anthony Towns? He was going to Kentucky.
He's bullshit.
He went to Kentucky. What do you do in Kentucky? How far did they advance? He's playing in Minnesota. He's going to get eaten alive. But listen, I'm busting balls. I like the kid. My family knows him. I'm busting his job. I don't know. This whole soft thing, I'm so sick. You know what? As fans, and I'm that way about Rutgers and the Giants, I can't wait. I hope he's soft and scores 29 points a game. I'm tired of these fans like gritty and he's tough and he scores 11 points and the team stinks. I want
Jimmy,
guys
you don't have to be tough anymore. The whole league is soft.
It's
a soft league.
Brunson's not soft. I just think the Knicks are, you're going to read about, let me quote, by the way, my predictions have been dead on lately. Right around January 8th, you're going to read this little article on ESPN. Knicks struggling to figure it all out. Matchup, you're going to hear about, well, we got to get the right combinations. Oh my God. Did you ever hear Lawrence Taylor go up to Parcells? We don't have the right combination here. Anyway, now I am excited, but don't ever ask me, what the hell are you so aggravated for?
You got a couple of things.
Deej, you will lose that one. You know what? I don't even want to see Deej at the screening on Friday.
I might not come. I'm not coming.
Now, many of you,
four people are going to be in.
Oh, first of all, there's people in Vegas betting that you don't show. Oh my God, I gotta go to a communion in the morning, then I got to double back.
Wait a minute, listen to me. Dave doesn't know this. I just want to let you know what my schedule is from starting tomorrow morning. I have 2 nieces getting married this week. I'm missing a rehearsal dinner Friday night to come to the premiere.
I love it.
Wow.
I have one niece getting married on a Thursday, which is the new cool thing what the kids are doing, getting married on a Thursday because you save money, bullshit, right? Yeah. So I have a rehearsal dinner tomorrow night.
My daughter's getting married on a Monday afternoon.
Wedding Thursday. I'm blowing off my daughter's dance recital. I'm blowing off there you go.
I've seen your daughter dance.
Wait a
minute. Which niece?
And then I have the wedding on Saturday.
Wait a minute. Which niece is this?
Which one?
The one who's getting married Saturday.
My wonderful niece Gabby Scarpello, who is on my wife's side.
So first of all, it's on your wife's side. That means it's an out of conference game. That doesn't count. That's out. First of all, wait a minute now. First of all, this is why you come on the show. First of all, Deej's lovely wife has like 17 or 18 brothers and sisters. So like a niece, that means that's like a weekend poker game going to one of their weddings at this point. It's like, how many nieces do you have?
I have 28 nieces. And
wait, are you fucking serious?
That's a true story. Yeah.
Shit, dude.
Between my family and my wife has 10 brothers. One of them passed away. 9 brothers. 8 of them are married. They have kids all over the place. And this is from her. This is brother Johnny. And all their names, by the way, start with J. Joey, Jeffrey, Johnny, Jerome.
And your wife was the 9th kid. And what did they name her?
J9, Janine, 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 J9.
Can't make that up, Sturge. You cannot make that up. So Dee's saying he's going to a niece or nephew event. That's like saying
he's gonna cop out for the rest of his life.
That's like saying Andrew Edelman's going to the gym.
Wedding, I get, but like now you can literally get out of anything that you want for the rest of your time here.
Rehearsal dinner?
Now wait, Friday night the rehearsal dinner. That's
what
my
time?
Sister Joanne, Jimbo. My sister Joanne's Maria's daughter, Marie and Billy with Kimberly and Stephanie. Stephanie's getting married on Saturday.
Okay, so that's the one. So you're missing that rehearsal dinner.
That's an in-conference game. That's the one.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's a
love Billy. My dad loved Billy, and your family's
Billy's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Yep. So Deej has stacked with events. You're even doing a Penn State game, huh?
I just came back from Penn State this weekend.
How was that?
Dude, it was awesome. The weather was ridiculous. It was 110,000 plus. It was the 10th largest attendance in Penn State history.
Right.
No Shy Stadium, but
Now listen, I watched that game, okay, and I was laughing with my cousin.
Boring game. Oh
my cousin, I watched it. My cousin John was on a text thread during the game. I think again, Jimmy Palumbo predictions are great.
From the couch.
I think that stadium is illegally. There's too much people in. There's no way. There's no room. If there is any kind of accident or tragedy in that stadium, everyone's going to die. They're literally
God forbid.
Cannot be.
Never get out.
Time out. I'm saying that as a joke. Every inch of that stadium is like a Rutgers game. I feel like I have a lounge chair. My head's back like this. I can kick my feet up. That stadium is so overpacked. Oh my God. There's no way that is in the legal rounds of like what the county, State College County is. I don't know if you realize it on television. My cousin John went to a game and he sat sideways for 3.5 quarters until it filled out. That place is nuts. They have all the blue and white things. Rutgers fucks that up.
Stripe out.
I personally think that if you ever watch an old game from the rec center where they played basketball, that place was jammed too. They don't care about rules out in Penn State. I think no one else has the love of Penn State. I think, I'm telling you right now, Penn State, no one scores on them ever. They're two running backs. They're the only two teams in the country, I believe, that our guy, Manungai, wouldn't start on. Your running backs are big and strong and fast. Your quarterback is a big guy. He's serviceable. He manages the game. He's only going to get better. I think Penn State is a beast. And the fact that they may have a home game in January. So if you're Tennessee or one of those Georgia, Auburn, and somehow, who do you play? Oh, we go at Penn State on January 6th. You are fucked. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. I think
not a fun time.
Right. And now, if Penn State's got to go down with their speed at receivers and the speed that they have, they got to go play in some dome, 70 degrees. Look out. I'm telling you right now, I think Penn State, I think they're going to smoke USC this weekend. I think Penn State's good. I don't know. I think they're tough. The games are boring, but they're boring in a good way. Anyway, hell with Penn State. What else? So the screening, Deeds, tell us a little bit about your experiences in shooting this lovely Beer League the Series pilot, Deeds.
Where to begin? Where does one begin with the amount of positive experiences that fucking shit show went through? Now, listen, Jimbo, I mean, I was sitting on the couch. I was like that kicker. I was sitting on the couch, and the next week I was kicking the game-winning field goal. Look, to get the characters back together and to reintroduce them and to like bring them where they are now, and to have it in the can and getting ready to shoot, because we've been talking about it for a long time. How long? Literally, you've been saying, I'm going to do it. And then finally, you got off your fat ass.
Cut his fat ass.
Okay. Now, people realize that I'm not throwing our producer under the bus, but we did shoot this 11 years ago. So, Beach, who was president when we started shooting this pilot?
Come on, stop. Listen, Tom did an amazing job. No, all kidding aside, can I tell you what I'm mostly excited about? And this is true. So look, I have 3 kids. One of them is playing sports up in Saratoga, so she's not going to be able to be there. Gianna Bino. Michael and Sophia's coming with a couple of friends, and they've never really seen the movie. They've never really saw game day, bits and pieces here and there. So it's going to be the first time that they're going to be seeing it, and at the theater and the premiere and the red carpet and some other actors and some press and cameras.
See, Jimmy?
I'm really getting excited about it. Natalie's coming, right? Is Natalie coming?
No, sir. She can't watch that movie.
I'm not even letting my wife come.
No, Natalie. You know what? I probably made a mistake. I should have got Natalie there, but she's got dance and stuff going on. Of course, Gianna Bino playing sports up in Saratoga. She's the only person in the world that I know. I met her before she had a name. Now, that's a true story, Deej.
That's true. Yeah.
I ran over to Deej when he had the twins, and I ran over there, and obviously they had a boy and a girl, and we're going to go with Michael. That makes sense. And then you guys started kicking around names. I thought they already had this discussion, so I started throwing out. I thought it was wait a minute. this kid don't have a name yet. I looked at his wife. I said, Jaybird, when did you have birthday? She looked fine. Her drugs were still, all the drugs they gave her. She's like, nah, about 20 minutes ago. I was like, wait a minute. What the fuck is Jimmy Palumbo doing in this room?
Jimmy was at the hospital 12 seconds after the baby was born. It was I'm like
he's in the shotgun waiting for that thing to come out. Like, Omaha.
I looked over my shoulder. Jimmy's coaching me. He's looking over.
You know what? I thought maybe Deej, I thought maybe he needed an assistant coach, maybe to call a play on the outside. Well, first of all, people don't know, me and Deej were roommates in New York for 5 years. So him that was a big deal at the time. And still be. And so I was in the city. So Deej texted me. I just hopped on a cab and I got right over, thinking that the baby was born 2 or 3 hours before, and Deej was just making the calls. I didn't realize that. There was like 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. You were only up 6-0. I hopped in. I was ready to get behind center. But I always kid around with your daughter. How long have I known her before you had a name?
She's 19, bro.
She's 19. That's
Sophia,
crazy.
my baby, just got her license 2 days ago. Sophia, she just got her license. 17.
Natalie gets her permit in 3 months.
My daughter's picture day was today.
And Dave's kid's in kindergarten.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. Time is flying.
You got a long game ahead. You are early in the first quarter, bro.
Yes,
you
I
are
am.
Early.
Oh yeah, he's very early. And he's trailing too. So.
I'm always trailing. Now I have my son too. It's like, dude, I'm all caught up.
Deej, you said the funniest thing when you had twins in the beginning. And then you had Sophia a couple years later. You were like, Jimmy, that means someone's open on every play. You got husband and wife, and you got 3. When your kids go trips, right? You got. I said, D, shuck them at the line of scrimmage.
Too high safety. Just move them back.
Dude, I had 2-year-old twins and a newborn. 2-year-old twins and a newborn.
It was I don't know how you did it. I really don't.
Listen, you just do it. No, they're awesome. I love the kids. They're awesome. So look at the thing about the premiere. Like, I have this nervous anticipation that we haven't had in a while. Maybe you used to go on an audition. You're like, oh my God, I'm so right for this role. Like, God, I'm fucking nailing this reading. I'm so right for the role. A casting director likes me. And you walk in the room and you just feel good. And I'm really looking forward to the premiere, to see it up on screen. I think there's some really good, real moments in the show. I think there's a lot left unsaid about the characters, the direction that it can go. You're great in it. All the new kids that we got in, Mark
let me ask you a question. Do you think, I don't know why I'm throwing this out there now, Dave's probably going to get aggravated. Do you think we should show the pilot first, then game day, then beer league?
Fucking Christ. No.
Okay.
Why would you ever do that? They gotta learn the people first.
No, I think it should be progression. Godfather 1, 2, and 3 kind of thing.
Okay. Godfather, exactly right. Godfather 3. How many timeouts did that movie call early on? No, I just was curious what you thought. Yes, it was a blast to shoot. Of course, now Deej was involved. Obviously, he was in all 3. But in game day, the short, which is people are really going to enjoy that. We didn't have the characters' names down, right? Like, you call me Jimmy, I think I call you Deej.
You call me Deej.
Which is really funny. And his name is Michael Deej Aquino, but everybody calls him Deej. And we shot that in 96.
Well, Beer League is 19 years ago, so the kids were 2 weeks old. That was 19 years ago that we shot Beer League. And it was a couple years before that.
Crazy. 96.
2005.
Artie did Mad TV in it was probably 97, maybe.
Was it that long ago?
A couple of years after Artie got Mad TV. Yeah, a couple of dollars.
So Game Day came out that much earlier than Beer League?
Oh, for sure.
It took a long time for you guys to figure out how to do Beer League.
Well, you got to remember, we shot the movie in let's look. I'm looking at the thing here. We shot the movie, and it came out in 2006. We shot it in 2005.
That's what I'm saying. So if you did Game Day this short,
I think Game Day came out. Yeah, what happened was
7 years.
It took a while. We got into. Hey, did you realize how many? I didn't realize that we got into 9 film festivals.
Dude, we won a couple of festivals.
I forgot. I thought we got into like 3. Dave, you don't know this, but do you know how hard it is to get into a film festival? I don't care if it's the Dave Sturt Show Film Festival in Dunellen.
So it's not a pay to get in thing. You have to be selected, right?
You have to be selected, and they get.
You have to submit. You have to pay money to get submitted, and then they put you. Yeah.
Wow.
That was a big thing.
Story. Jimmy, like, so when I was living downtown. We were living after, and Tribeca Film Festival. The guy who runs it, Craig, I can't remember his last name. Janine worked with him side by side. Tribeca Film Festival. Robert De Niro, he loved it. He loved Game Day, loved it. But he literally said, "It's just my wife doesn't love the off color. We're more of a serious, artsy kind of."
Right.
But he loved Game Day and wanted to put it. If we got into the Tribeca Film Festival,
it's so many.
It could have really changed. It could have changed a lot of things. But true story, like he wanted it in the show, and his wife said no.
You got to remember, Dave. The reason why it took long is you got to go look back at the history of Artie. Artie, when he got on Stern, then he got really hot, and all of a sudden now you could raise money with Artie as a lead.
Right.
And it was supposed to be, the film was supposed to be directed by Michael Wayne, a guy that did the short. And it's old history now. I feel like I'm reading a history book, but Mike kind of got screwed there in that Frank Sebastiano, who I love, wrote it, decided, hey, I want to direct this. And we got into the Comedy Central started doing movies on their own. They did 3 of them.
Yeah.
But they had to be like PG-13. And since Frank wrote Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald and Artie,
Norm Macdonald,
Frank always felt he got fucked because that was supposed to be an R-rated. That script, I think the movie would have been even more of a classic than it is now. So once we started to get involved with some people that were going to make it PG-13, and you got to remember back then PG-13 meant really PG-13. There was no streaming or any of that shit. And Frank decided, no, I want to keep it an R-rated movie, and I want to direct it. He wants to make his debut as a director. And my buddy Mike was out, and my buddy Mike didn't have a purpose after that. He was the director, and he helped write Game Day, and now he was out, which sucked for him. Put me in an awkward position. I put Deej in an awkward position. But, as we got closer, Artie started to,
went through his
stuff,
and
then I remember I hadn't talked to Artie. I've said this on the air before. I didn't talk to Artie for a year and a half before that first read through. I went to all the readings. Frank Sebastiano invited some heavy hitter Hollywood people at some of the read throughs in his house, and I read I think I read your part, my part, and I was waiting for the shoe to drop. Well, Jimmy, you're out, but. Frank said no. Artie's like, no, Jimmy's playing Johnny Trino. It's written for him. And so that's why it took a long time. Plus you got to raise the money. You got to raise funds. You'd be surprised how long a film could take.
Then with that being said, Jimmy, things take time, right? Take time. Beer League, the series is only a year long.
Yeah.
And we're still going to be, and now we're going to see it for the first time. Right. So, you know, never know.
Like Game Day took a long time. 2-day shoot. I watched it 4 weeks later in its entirety with the credits, with the music, everything done. So don't even go there with me, please.
Talking about the process of getting.
Yes. Now to get it, listen.
Jim, you're also talking about a long time ago. Mike, he was working at the studio. It was a
different time. My status, if anything, has gone backwards since then. But the still alive. I'll still slap a bass it. No, it was a cool thing to do. It was a fun thing to do when we got the money for it. There was some negativity because I was best friends with Mike and I hated that whole thing. But I knew Mike gave me the gift of a lifetime. He said, Jimmy, you stay on that train, man. Don't worry about me. I'll be okay. And shooting Beer League was a riot because I was still playing softball Wednesday nights at Woodbridge. So there was one day I got off at 4:00 off the set, got in my car, drove right to the game, shooting a movie about softball, and then actually getting a 2 for 3 on the day. And then one Friday night, I actually ended up going down the shore right from the set, hanging out in Madisco with my boys, having a few laughs and telling them what was going on the set. It was just, I don't know what the hell that was. It was just a wild time. Now the pilot. Well, first of all, the short Game Day was shot in Florida. Deej, you were great in it. We had a lot of laughs down there. You and I were always at the field while Artie was at the bar. It was only two sets there at the bar. Yeah. And there's a lot of funny laughs. Some people think, not that people think Game Day is better. They don't, but there's a different feel to it that I think I wanted to capture in the new pilot, except that the guys are older now, but me and Deej have a lot of laughs. That's where I've seen your daughter dance and all that stuff. And Artie wrote a lot of this stuff. So Artie wrote 90% of it. And it was when I was blown away when Mike shoved that tape in, and it was great because Mike shoved it up all our ass because me and Deej left there not feeling, we didn't know.
Yeah.
I remember there was no video screens. It was the old school shooting it in film. And me and Deej went like, I don't know. Do you think I was any good? I think we both felt like we sucked, like we're shitty actors.
So the first time, two things I want to say, if you don't mind me cutting you off. So the great thing about game day was this, Dave. So I started working at a restaurant and I met Ruane. He and I became friends. And I said, listen, I got a guy who's the funniest guy in the world. Ruane said, my friend is the funniest guy in the world, meaning Jimmy. The four of us got together and literally just hit it off. Like my brothers to this day take a bullet for any of them. All right. So we really just had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. We were all involved somehow in show business or wanting to make it and get involved.
Right.
We all come from big, really supportive families. We ended up having a fundraiser dinner to make money so we could shoot game day because we had the idea, Jimmy's idea, 15 minutes before a softball game. We ended up having a dinner. People came, Alapurdy's. We got the food. We raised 19,000,
yeah,
19,000
Wow.
and change just from our friends and family for a shitty short film, which was amazing. Having your friends and family around supporting you. And then we flew some actors down. We have a 2-day shoot. And then Jimmy was right when we left, because listen, it's also like, did we get the shot? Move on. Did you get the shot? Move on. So you're not sure how well you're doing. And Mike was like, We got it. I promise you, we got it. Dave, we sit down in a little shitty office, a little shitty screen room, and Mike puts it in. I think it was on VHS. I don't even think it was on fucking DVD. It was on VHS. Right. Dave, he puts it in. I don't want to give too much away, but the music and the first shot comes up, and you're like, "Oh, did you see it? Did you see it, Dave? I'm sure you saw it."
Yes.
So that opening shot, it came up, and the sound and the music and the opening and Jimmy's voiceover.
It's you, right, Deej? It's your face, right?
It's the first shot. Amateur softball in America is a special game. And it's just that first shot, I'm putting on the eye black. And it filmed. Listen, video is nice, DVD, video, all that stuff. It's high def and all bullshit. When you shoot on film, it looks the best. Hands down, film wins, game over. That's just my personal opinion. So when it comes up in film, the opening crane shot, I'm telling you, it's game day is the real deal.
I think people are going to really enjoy. I know people have seen it, and it is, but not like when Deej. I was at the theater last week with Dave. We put it in for a couple of minutes. And it's like, dun dun dun.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Matter of fact, I
agree.
I'll be sitting with Dave in the back. We're going to be like two 15-year-old kids laughing at the stupid shit. But I thought about doing. I think when I do a comedy set, I put my phone on record, to record the audio.
Yeah,
I think during the pilot, I'm going to somehow put my phone on record, the audio, not the video. And I want to actually hear laughs during the pilot, so we can.
Yeah, and then we can put laugh tracks on the end of it when we,
Yeah, that's right.
And
then that will be like, one day at a time.
So who do you got confirmed from the cast? Who's coming? Is Mark coming? Who's coming?
We got. Let's see who's coming. Mark Riccadonna is going to be there. He plays. Mark's character might be the funniest thing.
Funny, yes.
And the reason why we're being vague is we don't want to ruin it for people. Gabby Faye, who plays the girl working at the gym.
She was great. I thought she was great.
Natalie Vero, the girlfriend of my son, Victor Del Rio. So we introduced some young characters, which should be funny. Of course, Manganelli's not going to be there. Anthony DeSanto, I'm trying to get him.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
He listens to the show, so Deej, you can give him shit
Anthony.
right now.
Listen, Anthony, you got to show up, Anthony. Anthony, you have more talent in your piss than I have in my entire body.
I totally agree.
So I'm literally, so I'm so out of line. Anthony, show up. I will come and drop. Look, I'm looking at you right in the camera. I will come and pick you up. I will pick you up and drive you to the Atlantic Islands. Come on.
Until Deej realizes he's got 8 communions and 3 weddings starting from Wednesday to Friday.
Yeah,
right.
And you're going to run that by your wife? Oh, by the way, we got to go to Manhattan and pick up Anthony. And Deej is running out of time here. No, Anthony, get your ass here at the game. We're still Now, people have off the air. I'll discuss this with Deej. People still think I never said that Artie was going to show. I never ever said that. I was just saying I'm going to try like hell. And up until 2 or 3 o'clock on Friday, I'm still hoping that a miracle of the miracle, Willis Reed in 69, he shows up. I have somebody ready to pick him up and drive him down there. I would even love to have his mother there and his sister. I would love that. I'm trying. All you can do is ask and call and text and do everything you can. I'm a little sad. Anthony Mastromarro, the producer, can't make it. His mother's ill. And
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Yeah, and he's got to be kind of on duty on Friday. He was bummed about it. But we'll have a bunch of other people there. And it's just a celebration of the movie. I think people are going to get a kick out of seeing it in the screen. And the biggest thing, though, is Dave Destruction's debut. Really, that's really the highlight.
Dave, I thought you were great. There's a couple of scenes where I literally started laughing while we were shooting. I'm like, oh, sorry, we got to retake that.
I had to
we're on set. Jimmy and I are on set. We're at the location. We're at Orange Theory, and we're in character. And I'm watching you, and I just start laughing. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be laughing at this. I shouldn't be laughing.
We had to. We did have to cut one scene that I wish. If we should, we'll use that again. That bit will be used again.
I know what you're talking about.
David Deej, it just didn't. It would have been great. It just wasn't. We didn't have enough time. We didn't have enough time. But it's a funny bit. But Dave certainly has. He was in shape back then. Though he was all fired up.
Fuck you. I'm better shape now than I was then. Listen, looking back at some stills, I was like, man, how much test was I on? Slow it down a little bit, Dave. There.
Listen, I did a lot of training heading into that shoot, as you well know, Deej. By the way, Deej is in shape. I would have trouble with Deej in a round ring right now. I would look like Duran against Leonard. I'd definitely be hitting you on the back of the head a little bit. A lot of hugging going on. Be looking for an uppercut, try to win the match. But
listen, the pilot reintroduces the characters. There's a lot of places that we can go to. The series is a great idea. Like each week, it could be a different team, it could be a different location, dealing with all of our individuals. There's a lot of potential. It's like this pilot isn't the end all be all. I honestly think it's just like somebody has to come in and see it. Like, listen, it's not going to be the final episode of fucking Friends or Seinfeld. But what it is it's a reintroduction on how many floors I think this place can go, because they're still really likable characters. It's really a funny idea. And I think it still has a lot of growth and potential to it. I do.
Got legs.
So, it's got a lot of legs.
If it ever goes to series, one of the things I want to add to it is no matter what happens in each episode, somehow in the background, Johnny Trino slaps a base hit, and it's not even discussed. You just see me slapping the base. Because we remember back in the day when everybody had new video cameras. I have like literally tons of DVDs. I transferred video, and my mother and my brother. Occasionally someone brought a video camera to the softball game. Okay, and the funniest thing is, every time you cut to me, I slap a base hit on camera, which I think is the funny. So I batted 706 in live footage, but of course I bat 206 now. But there's a lot of growth there. You know what it is? It's what are older guys? Now Dave's young, but older guys still want to do something, and they still want to play ball, and they're good players, but they can't. They're older. You know, I'm 59 years old, and you're 57, whatever. And
oh my God, you're 59.
Oh my God.
You're gonna be 60.
You know what I feel like? I feel like when you're watching a game.
I met him when he was 55.
You know what I feel like when you're watching a game and the team's down by, you're watching the NFL game and the team's down by 14 and they call that timeout early in the third quarter. You're like, ooh, he's only got 2 timeouts to get down. I turned 60 in May. What the fuck is that?
Oh my God, Jimmy, you're like when you say when the announcer when a player comes in off the bench, you're like, wow, he's still playing.
He's still playing.
Cut his fat ass.
I definitely feel like I'm definitely a compiler. I'm the Don Sutton of showbiz. I'm one of those guys, 15 years in the league, 13 teams. If I go to the Hall of Fame, what hat I wear is up for discussion.
Yeah, you're right.
It's so bad. 59. Oh my God.
Oh my God, Jimmy, you're 59.
You're 57. You look good though. You look good.
Listen, I'm trying.
Come on.
We're trying. Really quick. So, all right, we'll talk about. But the other two things we have to talk about is I heard the show the other day, and Yankees stink. The Yankees.
We've been saying that for 2 months.
Trouble.
Big
listen,
trouble.
Oh my God, they're in trouble. Like Kansas City, young, they run, they're athletic. Oh my God, Giancarlo, you look like Giancarlo Stanton running around.
He got up last night,
but he hit
first
the ball
and second.
hard, though, still.
Bob Costas literally called the double play before he hit the double play. He's like, he hit the ball.
God damn it, he was this close from that ball going through.
I know, but
he's never going to bust it out the box. That's ordered by the Yankees. Saying,
he doesn't want to do
and if it's not a hit, don't
get hit. No, I get it. And the other thing is, how about this? I know you're talking about the Jets. How about they fucking call Belichick and bring him in for the rest of this season? Give him $7 million. He legitimizes it.
Nah, they're giving it to their defensive coordinator for the interim position for now. But
did they make
look, he's probably a candidate for next year. Yeah,
there's no way he'll ever the Jets. Belichick to coach the Jets.
Money talks, brother. Remember, he walked away
20 years ago.
That will never. If the Jets hire Belichick, then shame on them because he fucked the Jets over so bad.
He really did.
You can't do that, man. No way. But talk about I want Belichick on the Giants. But listen, you think I'm old? He's 13 years older than me, although he's banging a 30-year-old. I think Belichick's time is gone.
I don't know.
I don't know. But listen. All right. You know what? We'll start. We'll start talking about We'll start doing the show now.
No.
So we. No. I want Deej to hear. Well. Listen, you Deej, perfect intro. The Yankees. You're right. I think they look sloppy. They look. They don't play well defensively. And I don't know about you guys. And Dave's going to disagree with me. I'm a little. Hey Soto, just get up at bat. Don't argue every ball and strike. He's got that look like, I'm Soto. And if you called a strike, and I thought it was a ball.
The only thing I didn't like, he walked his first at bat and stared down the pitcher for drawing a walk.
Did you watch him stare back at him when he struck him out?
Struck him out, yeah.
And he struck him out, and he was looking at him walking all the way back to the bench.
How about this?
Rightfully so.
How about the swing and a miss? And he nodded his head like, yeah. Okay. What are you, a jerk off? You haven't won a goddamn thing here yet. I can't stand it. And then Chisholm going around the bases.
What? He's trying to get him team fired up. He's the only one who was providing any spark last night.
You're down 4-2.
And then two home run pulls it within 2, man.
That's what the Padres do. That's what the Twins do.
Please stop. Get off the
what are you jumping around?
We need some spark.
You know what?
Need a little
spark, Jimmy. You didn't have anything going for you last night.
The spark was the home run. I swear to God, if I'm the Royals,
what do you expect him to do? Mute and just be mute and walk around the bases and be like.
What he did was way out of line. And plus, if I'm the Royals, he gets up tomorrow and then you know what I'm doing.
No, they bang the game. They don't care.
Hit him right in the back. You can't do that. It's stupid. You're down 4-2 in the 9th inning. You kidding me?
There's nobody out. It's 4-2.
Judge looks like a mess. We play sloppy. Stanton looks shitty. And now the Mets. Listen, the Mets are like the cardiac kids. What they've done in the last week is incredible. But listen, the Phillies are good. Phillies have been good all year. So the Mets got their work cut out for them. But everybody's tied at 1. Baseball, you know what? I'm glad for baseball because baseball takes a beat into the NFL. But you got 4 series, right? They're all tied at 1.
1-1.
1-1. That's pretty cool. And this whole LA Padre thing, that's getting heated for sure.
I'll tell you what,
which is good for baseball.
Those LA fans are pieces of shit, man. They're like fucking throwing things at the Padres bullpen. Like, what are we doing here?
But how about Machado whipping it at the ball at the manager? And I don't know. But you know what? It's good for what's good about that? I like watching that because I have no skin in the game. So I watch that game I want to see fights and jumping around. I think it's cool.
Padres are good.
Yeah, they're very good. So listen, there's a lot of good series going on. But I think the Yankees are the worst team left, if you ask me. Let's discuss, Dave. It's partially true.
I'm not. I didn't say anything. I just went like this.
The Giants played their best game in 8 years on Sunday. I thought the game should have been 35-0. A freak fumble at the goal line, which you could make the argument that once a ball crosses the plane, you can do anything.
Jimmy, how don't they have a camera going down the line?
I don't understand that. I thought he might have crossed. It was close, but you know what? Giants are cursed because not only did the ball pop out, it popped out and went to the right into the hands of the guy.
Where the guys right there.
And they were kicking the shit out of them, and they did all game.
Hey, can we talk about I got to talk about Giants. 2 things. First of all, how you're not allowed to signal for a first down anymore.
Pew, pew.
No, that was the worst.
As soon as it used to be this. Now it's this, and now they think it's a gun, and they throw
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
For that, Dave. Come on.
No, it's shit. Trust me, it's soft.
But now the block punt, block field goal. I know there's rules. You can't step on the center, right?
You have to clear him. You have to clear him.
And can you believe that was an incredible play? So now what are centers got to pop their head up quicker now? I mean,
because defensive tackles are able to just shove them to the ground. And if you shove them to the ground, you can't use them as leverage, but if you shove them to the ground, you can sure as shit jump over them if you're fast.
And he jumped, he was like in between. He went through the right shoulder and left shoulder. He found that gap.
And the best thing was the Giants. I think the Giants are cursed because Eli Manning beat Brady twice in the Super Bowls. The way the ball bounced into a guy running forward. I mean, that is like unbelievable.
Yeah, momentum took him the whole way.
And of course, you know what I was yelling as he was running downfield, right? Stop holding the ball like a loaf of bread, and you have to score. Like those are the games where they knocked out of bounds at the 8. Next thing you know, somehow the Giants are punting again. The other team got the ball. But no, that was a great game. Giants played well. Listen, I've been saying it all along. Daniel Jones is not the problem with the Giants.
How many balls are they going to drop?
They drop balls. First of all, Dave and Gucci were played wide receiver on Sunday. I thought Daniel Jones he's not great, but he's not the worst quarterback in the league. And if you give him time, he's fine. He's absolutely fine. I thought the defense stepped up. Dexter Lawrence had a beast game. Thibodeau, I still think stinks, but Giants played really well. But which could mean the Seahawks stink. So those of you betting at home, I wouldn't bet the Seahawks the rest of the
Sam Grasso coming in saying you can't touch the center until he snaps and engages. That's true. But I'm saying, like, if you're quick enough and that first engagement is him looking up and you just shove his ass down, that's as legal as it.
It's a rare play, a little bit of a lucky play for sure. But the game shouldn't have been that close anyway.
It shouldn't have been that close.
My Rutgers McScarlet Scarlet Knights.
You've beaten Wisconsin?
Well, yeah, well,
they've never beaten them. They're 5-0. Wisconsin.
No, we never beat Nebraska either. This Nebraska game, I don't know how to look at it. Nebraska at home, away, on the road was tough. It was windy. Again, I thought Rutgers. I'll make a prediction. See, again, I'm big on who stinks. I'll make a prediction for you. I think Nebraska's going to stink the rest of the way, and because I thought I've been reading about this quarterback all week long on Nebraska, and I thought he stunk. I thought the Rutgers was inside the 50-yard line 9 times. That hasn't happened in 70 years, and we just didn't get it done. We looked like we were new. We looked like the team that's new to we didn't learn how to win yet. That's how it looked. I think we'll be fine, but now you got to go beat Wisconsin. You can't have a tough game in Nebraska and then get blown out against Wisconsin. Stinks. The schedule is easy. A lot of teams on the schedule are not that good. We don't play Penn State, Ohio State, or Michigan. And I think, you know what? It's a big game. If Rutgers wins this week, it'll be impressive to me. Because you got to beat teams that are named after a state, and I always say that because you don't want to know these Akron and these shitty cities that make rubber and shit. That joke's funny. 10 people just drove off the road on that. That's where Goodyear was based. God, what a great joke. But you got to beat Wisconsin, and then you got to go. Then you got another home game after that. You got to play UCLA at home. Homecoming. UCLA stinks. Michigan State stinks. There's a bunch of teams on the rest of the thing that stink. You gotta rack it up. Go 8-4 this year. That's all I'm asking. What else we got? In other news, at Shea. So, Deej, I play pickleball. Right?
I'm gonna censor you every time there's a at Shea.
I know. I say at Shea a lot. But listen, Deej, I play pickleball now, and I'm in this official league, right? With my buddy Dave. And of course, I think I'm better than everyone, but I'm too fat and old now. But in my head, I'm better than everyone, and it's just not true. I lost my last 6 matches in like league play that gets documented. I was a duper 3.7. I'm a 3.01 now. Teach, if I lose one more match, I can't even play in the league I'm in. Horrific. It's atrocious. I'm so aggravated.
His fat ass.
Cut his fat ass. It's so bad, Teach. Yet when I play not in league, I play fine. I just indoors on a basketball court, blah blah blah. I get my ass kicked. Now I will tell you, the guy who runs the league always puts me in. He always plays with the best player on the team, and I'm at the end of the lineup playing with Brett Gardner over there. But I stink. Oh my God, I'm so pissed. But of course, Deej, on our show, we are sponsored by, we're sponsored by, Deej? Cornholelevel.com. Now, Deej, you're so busy this weekend. I know your cornhole's all out of shape. But if you just hook this right on your cornhole right there, of course, I got my Scarlet McKnight thing, and you move it around like this, it gets the board exactly where it's supposed to be, height, angle, the official CHSD. It sounds like it's the Cornhole Society of America. And you go to cornholelevel.com, put this on. Dave's, him and his wife call me. He always needs his cornhole fixed. Go to cornhole.com, cornholelevel.com. Go check them out. They're $19.99. You get 20% off if you enter JP Show. But of course, they sponsor one of the most critical items in sports. The Jimmy Palumbo NFL Stinks List. And here we go. Now, Deej, this is the algorithms that I use here are so intense. What I do is I watch the NFL Red Zone, and I watch a team for 5 seconds. I can tell if they stink. You know what? But when I'm 65, Dave's gonna know how to work that machine. I promise.
Eventually.
All right, here we go, Deej. AFC East, Buffalo Bills have been downgraded to average. Jets, Dolphins, Patriots stink. And the Jets, I think, really stink. I think Rutgers is awful. He's too old. They're not going to make the playoffs. I made that call in the beginning of the year, and I'm well on my way for that. AFC North, Ravens are good. Pittsburgh, Steelers, the Browns, and Bengals, you all stink. Especially the Steelers. I think they stink. AFC South, Deej. Houston Texans, good. Indianapolis Colts stink. Tennessee Titans stink. And the Jaguars stink. Now, AFC West. For the second week in a row, even though I watched the game last night, I don't know how the Chiefs cut a deal with the devil the other way. They always win. It's unbelievable. They're going to lose on a last-second field goal in the Super Bowl or something because this team, they play with fire all game, and I guess I got Mahomes, and that's it. I got them at very good. Denver Broncos upgraded to average. Chargers average. Vegas Raiders, I'm sorry, you stink. The NFC East.
How about them Cowboys?
AFC East, I got the Washington Commanders as very good at 4-1. Got to keep them there. I have the Dallas Cowboys that stink. I watched that game. I think they stink. I got the Eagles that stink, but they didn't play, so I kept them at stink. And for the first time in probably 2 years, the New York Football Giants have been upgraded to good from stink, skipping over average right to good. Now, keep in mind, Deej, that is a very tenuous spot. The Giants are right there. And they will soon drop down and make their home at stink, which they've been since I've been doing this show. NFC North, I think one of the best teams in the league that everybody thought stunk. By the way, the Giants should be 4-1. That's another story. Minnesota Vikings, very good. Detroit Lions, very good. Green Bay Packers, average, and Bears, average. That's the most improved conference right there. And I had the Packers stinking for a while, but they don't. All right, Atlanta Falcons upgraded to good. Tampa Bay, average. New Orleans Saints, sorry. My fans here, I have them as average. Carolina Panthers, you have always stunk since we do this. They're the only team that competes with the Giants for shit. Seattle Seahawks, sorry, you are average. I thought about putting them at stink. It was close. That's how much I think they stink. Arizona Cardinals, though. Why is it that every time I turn the TV on, the Cardinals are winning a game with 8 seconds to go? Does it seem that way? Like in Arizona, it's late, the sun's hitting the field, and they're throwing a bomb or something like that. San Francisco 49ers, I'm sorry. That show is coming to a close, and you stink. And the Rams, another show, 2 big Broadway shows coming to a close. The 49ers and Rams, thank you very little. You were Les Mis and Phantom, and now you both stink. So that's it. We have 15 teams that stink, 9 that are average, 4 goods, and 4 very goods, and only one of them in the AFC. Every year, the AFC seems not as good as the NFC. And, of course, Mahomes wins the Super Bowl.
You're closer to the NFC, that's why.
Yeah, but some of those
Have you
teams
done
stink.
a prediction? Do you do a preseason prediction Super Bowl?
No, we just do every week who stinks. And then we choose. Because you know what, Deej? I'm telling you right now.
It's a week-to-week league.
It's a week-to-week league. And listen, Dave is the classic fan that I can't stand, okay? It's all about fantasy football. He likes the Cowboys, okay? He's very knowledgeable. Like, Dave knows like the backup receiver on the Browns. Like, I don't know any of that stuff. But what he fails to realize that not only the game stinks, they call a penalty on every play. It's unwatchable. And you can't touch anybody. Now there's targeting. The guy makes a nice hit. And all of a sudden, whoa, targeting. It's just the game is so awful. They take too long. The games forget about Monday Night Football. Yeah, 1:30 in the morning. I can't stand it, but that makes me old on the couch. But the Giants won and the Cowboys won, so Dave and I are happy. But of course, Rutgers lost.
Giants beat Cincinnati?
No.
I don't know if they could run the ball, keep it out of there, keep the ball out of his hands.
Cincinnati showed last week that they're going to be able to put up some points, and their defense is decent. But when you have to deal with Lamar Jackson, Daniel Jones is no Lamar Jackson. I don't know. I just think that like the Giants are feeling good right now, which they should. That was a really good win against I think a quality Seattle team. But I think the Bengals have to get off the schneid here. And I mean, after that loss to the Ravens, it's like,
it's a bad loss, man. That is
I tell you why the Giants are going to win, and they're going to win easy.
Oh, Christ.
Against Cincinnati?
The only area the New York Giants are talented in is their front four. It's good. And I think when your front four is good, you put pressure on a quarterback. The Giants had 7 sacks.
Sam putting the Bengals in the AFC Championship right now.
Oh, please. You watch what happens.
Oof.
Dexter Lawrence, Burns, and even Thibodeau and the other guy, I can't think of his name. They put pressure without blitzing. And when you do that, that's when you
want to talk about a week-to-week league, bro. You've been shitting all over Thibodeau for the last fucking year.
Well, I add him in as an outside. He got half a sack. But no, I can tell you one thing about Thibodeau, where he sucks, and he's no LT. He's too light. You get a good offensive tackle there or a guard, it just pushes him away. But Dexter Lawrence and Burns
Burns is an all-pro. I mean, Burns is why you got him.
Lawrence had 3 sacks. He should have had
more. He
had
7 as a team. They lead the NFL in sacks right now.
I think the Giants lost to what looks like that Redskin loss doesn't look so bad. They were thrown to the end zone against the Cowboys. This Giants season is different than the others. So they still stink, even though I have them at good this week because I had to. This Giant team is different than the last 4-year Giant team.
And they've gotten better every week. That's no mistake about it.
They could be a pain in the ass.
If they would have cashed on 2 of the opportunities that they got in the red zone against Dallas, like that's a whole different ball game because Dallas couldn't do shit either. You know what I mean?
And how about Malik Neighbors? Like, listen, he's a stud. He's going to be a stud. He's going to put up numbers. He dropped a big against us. He dropped that 4th down ball too.
He cuts himself in the process.
Tell you one thing, I heard a rumor. I don't know how true it is.
It's not
that like Malik Neighbors is not close to coming back. Like he may not be back this week.
Well, concussion, it all depends on what kind of concussion, man. Like there's different grades to that.
And, a lot of these younger athletes, if they got a support system, agents, managers, mom, dad, family, and you all of a sudden you're talking gibberish in front of them, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
You sit out a month, man. I don't care. You already got your money. You're talking about real brain shit here. So I hope that's not true. I hope he's okay.
Sam's asking if I think Davante Adams is going to get moved this week. I do. I think it actually comes down today. I don't know why I have this feeling about today is because he has his normally scheduled like appearance on Up and Adams, the K Adams show, and he rescheduled it. So something's brewing. Can you imagine if the Jets fire Salah and trade for Davante Adams in the same day? That'll be that's Woody Johnson and Douglas working overtime to try to get that done. I do think Davante Adams moves. I think that the Chiefs are 1,000% going to get a receiver, whether it be Amari Cooper, DeAndre Hopkins, or Davante Adams. I think one of those guys are going. I think Dallas is going to be in the play for a receiver. I just don't know who. If it's Denzel Mims, like fuck me, man. Like whatever.
If you're Davante Adams, why would you go to the Jets?
Because he wants to play with
Aaron Rodgers.
He must have a TV. Did he watch any of the games this year?
Yeah,
and plus, you got a fired coach. And by the way, why didn't they
call
fire the offensive coordinator?
Because that's Rodgers' best friend.
Well, there you go. That's why the Jets stink, because they're a mess. He should go back to the Chiefs. That's what he should do. Or go to the Cowboys. Devontae Adams.
Well, first of all, he never played for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, go to the Chiefs, not back to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
go to the Chiefs.
You add another toy to Patrick Mahomes. That's all she wrote. They're 5-0. They don't have anybody. Pacheco's gone. All the receivers are gone.
Pacheco's gone. Yeah.
Just keeps doing it. Travis Kelce looks like Travis Kelce.
Is Pacheco out for the year?
No, they said he can make it back by the end of the year, and that would be like getting a fucking free agent signing towards the end of the year. That's insane. So the Chiefs are probably, if you're a gambling man, just predict the Chiefs to get back to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
It just seems like
Kelce hasn't played good at all.
Kelce is not Kelce right now. He's too.
And they might be doing that on purpose, just keeping him healthy.
That's a Mickey thing. They weaken legs. You know what I mean? Like that Taylor Swift bullshit fuck them up.
And listen, you know what? I tell you what, if I was banging Taylor Swift, I'd have trouble doing this podcast. I really think so, D.
No, Sam, he's not going to be. Hackett is not interim coach. They named the defensive coordinator the interim coach.
D just had a disgusted look on his face when I said Taylor Swift.
You think? I don't think she's that. She doesn't.
No, neither do I. I mean,
the zero for me.
Yeah, imagine me showing up.
She was so much cuter when she was like brand new. She's so innocent. I wonder if anybody touched her. You know what I mean? Like,
listen.
But now it's like, that fucking Kelsey's running his shit through that. So
First of all, when they came to MetLife, and my daughter all of a sudden, Dad, can I go see? I find I'm the only one in the world who finds her. I got the Apple iTunes. When they were coming to MetLife last year, my daughter said, Dad, can I go? I'm like, no, honey, it's $3,000 a ticket. You can't. And she never mentioned to. I said, let me find out what's going on. I'm in the car. I had a 2-hour ride. And on iTunes, you could put in like all Taylor Swift. I just want to get an idea.
Her hits.
And that is
she's a savant.
It's unlistenable music. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's just her playing, singing. My boyfriend's a dick. Oh my God, it's awful. It's so
you're a dick.
You're going around.
You're dick.
The best meme going around right now is that she, and obviously, look, I'm not trying to make this political, but she endorsed Kamala Harris as president, right? And you're like, oh, okay. But the meme going around is that she's made a career out of making songs about choosing the wrong person. We're
the wrong person.
We're here now.
That's funny.
That's very funny. If I was Harris, I'd be pissed. No, don't choose me.
Listen, we're not getting into that conversation.
No, we don't do that here.
We don't do it at all, right?
No, I don't do politics at all. Maybe the week before the election.
Oh yeah, it's a great idea. I'm sure Peppers won't be flaring through that shit.
Listen, I already voted. I got the mail in. I sent it in already. But we can't politics. Don't make it. I will not. Reveal.
Oh, so you mailed yours in?
Yeah.
You mailed yours in. All right, good.
Easy.
That'll get read at like 4:00 in the morning. That'll get opened up around 4. That'll get opened up around 4 fucking a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, I heard that.
I feel bad because those 80 court cases, in the 80 court cases against the election. What is Trump's record? That'll do it here. Final score 0 to 80. We don't get political. I'm not gonna tell you who I voted for. But why would I do it?
I voted for. And that's what I'm sticking to. And let's go.
Who knew it took an election for Dave to know how to work equipment over there?
I love you, Jimmy. I did this shit for you, man. Like, come on.
For me.
It's for
you know what? Deej, you know what? You know why Dave likes me now? You know why, right? Because I give him Rutgers tickets. We sit on the 40-yard line, 20 yards up. And what I did, Dave doesn't realize that I'm fucking him over. I'm fucking his family over too, because he's now a Rutgers fan, which means I gave a direct injection of pain for the rest of his life. He's going to get into it. He's going to get bit on the ass. It's going to be raining one day. He's at Rutgers game. He's going to say, why did you do this to me? Why did you make me a Rutgers fan?
You can just apologize to my kids. That's all. Don't worry about anybody else. Just apologize to my kids.
Hey, did you know what happened, right? I picked him up early in the morning. His kids were at the door. They were looking at him like, Daddy, where you going, Daddy? Where you going, Daddy? Oh, and I was like, Dave, whatever you do. If the kid asks,
saddle up, partner. Here we go.
Like, if the kid looked him in the eye and said, Daddy, why are you going to a Rutgers game? He had no answer for that. He wasn't going to the game.
The tickets are free, honey. I don't know. I like football.
They break your heart, man. They break your heart.
No, they don't even break your heart. You're dead before you even get there. It's always a DOA.
Hey, we went to tailgates, though. We win the tailgates.
Yeah, we do win the tailgates. Tailgates are fun down there. All right. Well, that, of course, brings us to Absolute Eyewear here, 42 Main Street. Deej, if you need a new pair of glasses, go to 42 Main Street, Woodbridge, New Jersey. Craig and Janine Mashad family.
They look like new frames. They new, Jimmy? The new?
No. They're old ones. It's another story. Nothing I have in my life is new. I'm wearing Can you believe I still have these, DJ?
That's awesome.
What a loser.
That is awesome.
I wish one of those for my house.
I have stuff. I have the jerseys. Should I bring some of the
which ones do you have?
Corvette Larry softball shirts. The Corvette Larry shirts.
I have one of those. Should I wear that? No. You gotta Deej, you be looking nice. What are you gonna wear, Deej?
I was debating that too. I didn't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
Listen, how many red carpets do you get to walk?
But by the way, calling it a red carpet, like calling the Giant
maroon, it's actually already there. So it's like,
By the way, you're gonna love the theater. Anybody still listening to this god awful show, you're gonna love. Dude, you're gonna. What are we doing? I feel like we should be in a bar drinking Bloody Marys, talking about sweet nothing. Deej, make sure he showed his backyard. That's the best part of this. I wish Artie was on.
I want to show you. What
a jerk off.
Look at this fucking guy. This is what Bud Light will do for you. What was the big commercial you had? Budweiser? Miller Lite.
Poor Deej isn't in showbiz anymore. Look at that. Hey, Dave, show us your backyard.
No, that's not going to work.
Jesus Christ.
Jimmy's been in my backyard.
I'm on the third floor of a condo here in Mahwah, New Jersey. Deej's poolside.
So this is literally so Jimmy, when Jimmy and I were in the city going on auditions, Jimmy's booked more work. Listen to me. The next words that come out of my mouth. Jimmy has booked more work than any actor ever. He just has he has more base hits than Pete Rose.
Hits.
I was just fortunate I didn't have nearly as many hits, but I am Aaron Boone hitting the home run. I'm literally Jim Leyritz hitting the home run. I've hit a couple of just monster big moments.
How much did you make doing that Miller Lite thing or Bud Light? How much did you make?
A lot. I made a lot of money.
What did you make? Tell me. It's 30, 20.
Well over six figures.
You made over $100,000 on that?
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, yes.
Dude, he's the voice of Miller Lite. What did you think?
No, it wasn't the voice of. I guess it was. Yeah.
No, I was the voice of Miller Lite. I did all their football. Dude, if you go back, somehow you can find it. I did the initial promos for when Cowboys played the Texans for the very first time, and they were on either Monday night or Sunday night.
It was a Monday night football game.
It was Monday night football game.
We lost that game.
And it was like I was like Cowboys, Texans. The state ain't big enough. And it was just, I did all those.
Fuck up. That's you?
That's Deej for a quick tweet.
Damn, bro. That's so
cool.
cool.
I did all the Miller Lite commercials.
Okay,
fucking crazy.
I'm sure
some boxing promos. I did some boxing shit.
I think I read for that as well. But in voiceovers, it's really not head to head. But in the one time Deej and I went head to head, I went to go visit Artie in San Francisco. What was the name of that movie he did? That bad movie he did.
No, it was The Bachelor. With
The Bachelor.
O'Donnell.
Okay, with Chris O'Donnell.
Oh, I love this.
So I'm hanging. Dave's classic Jimmy Palumbo. Okay, I look like the Giants get the Seahawks in that second drive. I'm there, and finally the director's like, Artie, we got a role coming up next week. We can use one of your friends. So I immediately got VHS tape sent in, but Artie, being nice, said, hey, Deej. Deej was nowhere near San Francisco where they were shooting. Didn't know he wasn't even in showbiz.
I was in New York.
Deej sends a tape in. Who got the job? Michael Deej, starting quarterback.
I'm sensing just a little bitterness. Just a little, like a smidge.
I was like,
bitterness.
And Artie had to call me up. Poor Artie.
We're sitting in our apartment in New York, Upper West Side, 88th and Amsterdam. We both send our tapes. We both have our cell phones, StarTax bullshit cell phone.
Bro,
I had overnight.
Be a fucking fly on the wall when you get the call.
Oh my God!
Jimmy's phone rings. So we're like waiting. Artie's gonna call us. Jimmy's phone rings, and we're like, oh shit! I was like, Jimmy got the part. I was like, fine, makes sense. Jimmy's Jimmy. And then Artie answers. He's like, yo, bro, what's up? He said, Jimmy. He said, they want to use Deej. And I look at each other like, oh. It was fucking
I
nuts.
was ahead on all cards except for the Mexico City judge. And, God, I was happy for Deej. I was because he was. Well, that's Deej was never really in showbiz, and he booked as just as much work as I did. But Deej, you have the best. You got to tell people this story with the Law and Order Criminal Intent. That is the
Which one?
The Law and Order you did, and you had everybody watching, and then you weren't in it. Remember?
Oh my God, that was because the Twin Towers were in the background.
Dave, you got to hear this. This is the worst.
Dave,
This to
Dave,
me is the worst loss in the history of showbiz.
Dave, I had a guest starring part. I was a new young detective coming in as a vehicular homicide. Big part, back and forth with Orbach. He was making a special guest. It happened, it was like right around 9/11, before we shot it. Twin Towers were on the street. I'm flirting with the cute girl with the brown hair. I don't even remember what her name is. And they're trying to set up a love interest. I'm like, oh my God, this really can be, this could be big. I got a shot here. And the scene went really well, felt really good about it. Backdrop, Twin Towers. Family, friends, agents. Scene went really good. Director was really happy with it. Talking about future episodes and stuff like that. 9/11, a couple of weeks later, a month, however long, far, I get completely cut out because they lose.
But
the
you didn't know it when
backdrop
it
of the Twin
aired.
Towers.
You didn't know it when it aired.
I
You
didn't know. So I'm watching it. And then all of a sudden, oh no, my scene wasn't with Orbach. Jerry Orbach took my part because Jerry Orbach starts talking and I'm like, oh my God.
He's got the love interest now.
Oh my God, those are my lines.
That would be
everybody.
That was
a
the
tough
worst.
loss. And then
I
spoke to
remember.
my agent,
Listen,
and then they found out they didn't want to put.
they
the Twin
should have
Towers in the
contacted you. That
background.
was a douche move by them. That would be like this show getting on Barstool, and I use Chris Gucci instead of Dave Sturcio. That's exactly.
You want people to watch or no?
That was a tough loss. There are so many, Jimmy, in this shitty industry. There are so many losses.
Well,
my
listen,
God, there are so many.
I'll put a bow on this. Everybody, come watch the premiere this Friday night. You're gonna get to see the debut of a new up-and-coming superstar actor, Dave Sturcio. So I'm very excited. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm pumped.
Last thing really quick is Dave's got to go.
Huh?
Absolute Eyewear, 42 Main Street, Woodbridge, 732-326-3937. Pine Tar Bar and Grill, Tommy Plinio's Bar down in Fork and River, 609-489-4286. And if you're feeling down and out and need some help, call Lisa Rowan. She's a therapist, 201-725-1251. Deej, I know Dave has to go get his kid. I got to go pick up Natalie. Thanks for coming on the show. Listen, by the way,
thanks for having me.
Me and Deej are very good friends. So the ball breaking is like out of its mind. I don't care if you go on Friday, but still, I'm very close. And everybody,
Dave,
come on
before I go.
I got you, bro. I know it's the clip of the day. It's the sound of the day, and this is what's going to happen to Beer League after nobody shows up to the premiere. We are going to
cut his fat.
Oh my God! All right, well, listen.
Take it easy.
Listen, and anybody, come on down Friday night. It's Friday night's gonna be fun. We're just gonna celebrate Beer League, and I gotta figure out a hotel room to get because I'll be all banged up. And that's it.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Deej, I love you.
See you later. Take care.